Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, written in 1953, depicts a society in which books are burned en masse in a proactive resolution to conflict. The story is set somewhere in the United States, and at a period in time that is likewise unspecified, however hinting at a distant future society. Through the protagonist, Guy Montag, we view a shift of perspective on societal norms, from Montag aiding the book burning to protecting the very knowledge in which he vowed to destroy. 10 years prior to the creation of the novel, the world was still well within the grasp of the Second World War, which concluded in 1945. The Cold War between the Americas and the Soviets had just begun 6 years prior, and went without resolution until 1991. The political instability and upheaval of this period is understandable. Tensions were rising between the United States and the Soviets, and the shockwaves of World War II still gripped the nation. Through the imagined world of Fahrenheit 451, Bradbury speculates on a society in which the political and social stability of the United States was maintained through the destruction and eradication of books and knowledge. The eradication of books removes certain distinctions among individuals, such as the intellectuals versus the lesser intelligence of the so-called working class. Quote, "Not everyone is born free and equal, as the Constitution says, but everyone made equal, each man the image of every other. Then all are happy, for there are no mountains to make them cower, to judge themselves against." Unquote. Here, Guy Montag's firehouse captain, Captain Beatty, is lecturing him on the importance of their work. He likens knowledge to a mountain through metaphor, and implies that these intellectual challenges presented through books differentiate one man from another, thus creating conflict. This logic is represented throughout the novel as a way to rationalize the destruction of books and knowledge. Captain Beatty further describes the incendiary power of knowledge, claiming, quote, "Our civilization is so vast that we can't have our minorities upset and stirred," unquote, and explains, quote, "White people don't feel good about Uncle Tom's Cabin? Burn it. Someone's written a book on tobacco and lung cancer. The cigarette people are weeping. Burn the book. Take your fight outside. Better yet, to the incinerator." Unquote. Through the use of listing, Beatty presents Montag with the reason the book burning is necessary: to maintain order and balance, and to prevent the outbreaks of conflict amongst so-called minority groups. The suppression of written information and intellectual literature from mainstream society in the novel is meant to maintain the peace. However, in actuality, this silencing brings about the demise of social and political stability. Their blissful ignorance of real-world issues is the very thing that tears down their harmony when bombings break out toward the end of the novel, destroying so-called political stability. Fahrenheit 451 is a spectacular representative of the speculative fiction genre as a whole, encapsulating key features of the genre. The exploration of threats to humanity, the criticizing of strange societal normalities, and the portrayal of warnings based loosely off the author's context for the future are imminent in this text, as they are in other texts of the genre.